In 2011, there were 7 clinics. We're down to only 3. And if this law is allowed to stand, we will only have 1 abortion provider in the entire state of Louisiana. So this is a very, very, very important issue.
As a young person living in Louisiana, this will directly impact me, knowing that if I choose to seek abortion access or care or any other reproductive rights resources, I might not have the ability to do so after the passage of this potential Supreme Court case.
Laws like this really affect marginalized communities, especially in Louisiana. I'm a Latin woman in Louisiana, and these decisions directly affect my life, so I think that we need to have a voice at the table.
The media should do a better job of stopping the spread of misinformation.
With the time restriction in Louisiana, time is of essence, so you having misinformation going different places, trying to get the wrong thing could be really harmful and jeopardize your chances of getting the abortion.
So the thing about Louisiana is that sex education is also lacking. So when it comes to miseducation, that starts really early. There are unintended pregnancies that happen because people aren't as informed as they could be.
There's a long history of those who oppose reproductive freedom trying to cloak themselves in a concern for women's health.
Language is critically important. So when you use the term like a partial birth abortion, it completely gives an inaccurate picture of the procedure.
The term pro-life, stop using that term would be really great for this movement because that is not what it is.
70% of Americans support the legal right to access abortion. Roe versus Wade is more popular than ever. So they know that their ultimate agenda is very unpopular. So they need to rely on disinformation.
One of the things that we have really noticed is how often the media just picks up the anti's messaging. The heartbeat bill is a perfect example. That is an abortion ban, and the whole idea that it is protecting, a baby with an actual heartbeat actually runs counter to all the science that we know.
There's a lot of misinformation. The internet has changed the whole dynamic between doctors and patients. And so it's really critical to get information from a trusted source like a physician who's gone to medical school for 4 years and then residency for at least 3 years after that.
The misinformation does impact the work because it makes me have to jump over another barrier in order just to communicate accurately what's important to us. The reality is that, when barriers are placed on what we are able to choose to do with our bodies, it's very scary.
Providers who are giving abortion-related care and doing that type of work, it'd be great for more people to see what they have to say.
Advocates really can be a very good source for the media and their ability to actually understand the issues and who's going to be hurt by these laws.
And so we need to change the narrative around women getting abortions and just say people, because it excludes so many people who are involved in this movement.
Framing it as a women's issue makes it seem like it's only for a certain sect of people, but it's really a public health issue. We all deserve access. If people are forced to go through with pregnancies that they don't want, it's a public health issue, not just something that affects one person. It's not individual, it affects the whole community.
Not only that, we are each other's Google. So if I have the wrong information, my friends are asking me questions, I'm going to share that. I'm going to post it. We're in the age of social media where it takes no time to disseminate misinformation.
In my experience as a clinic escort at the clinic in Baton Rouge, I see on a day-to-day basis that there are constant protesters who are out there day in, day out, making sure that the people seeking abortions have little to no information, correct information about what we're talking about.
They have to use misinformation because they do not have the facts on their side. They do not have the public on their side, and they do not have, frankly, morality on their side. So their only play is to lie and mislead.